up, never knew how your absence would affect me. Not being a man of your word is like my biggest pet peeve. I loved you, why didn't you love me back? Cause now the lack of that from you feels like a heart attack. Had some boys by your woman and they get lots of love. Is this who I should be trying to make a mockery of? So I put my hat on, turn the brim to the back, put my jeans on.
You not talking about paper, then you not talking about shit. I'm a Texas representing, I'm not taking no splits. If the getter get got, then what the gotta gon' get? Slippers count, but just make sure you don't fall when you slip. 2 bowls of that loud, put extra cream on the whip. And if you got it on your shoulder, put extra cheese on that chip. Never sweat the small shit, now just let that ride. Money on my mind and ears right hand in my eyes. Pay no attention.
Real life street stars, we in the building with ESmith and SoloTx. What's good?
Yeah.
What's up?
You know
What's up?
what I'm talking about?
Now, for everybody that don't know, deaf, dumb, stupid, been living up under a rock, I need y'all to tell them where y'all from and how long y'all been fucking with the music.
I'm from Fort Worth, Texas, funky town. You know what I'm talking about? And
Murderworth in the building?
I've been doing music my whole life, man.
Okay.
My whole life.
Yeah, this SoloTx, and I'm from Ennis, Texas. I stay at the Triple D though. I fucks with the Triple D, and
Yeah.
I've been doing music since about junior high. You know what I'm saying? Since I'm 14, something like that.
What made y'all get into the music, man?
Music. I think like when I first started doing music, well, it was definitely church. You know what I mean? I sang at church and stuff like that. So, you know, when I got older, I mean, I sang in school and, you know, I just been singing like forever. So, you know.
Okay.
I started messing with the music because riding and smoking one day, partner asked me to freestyle. I ain't know nothing about it, and put something with the beat and fell in love with it ever since.
Who was your influences on the freestyle tip? You know, in Texas, you know, we got a lot of those.
Oh man, my influence is Pimp. I love me some Pimp C, man. I love me some Pimp. UGK.
Now, this question for SoloTx. Coming from Ennis, you know what I'm saying, you know, and then coming to the city of Dallas, man, and, you know, just trying to find your bearing with the music, because I know in Ennis you could be the man, you know what I'm saying, but when you come to Dallas, it's like getting in that big pond, you know what I'm saying.
Right.
Tell me how that transition was for you.
I'm still transitioning because, like I said, in my hood, I'm all the way up. I'm the only female doing it, but when you come to a big city like this and you know what I'm saying, get dropped in that pond, you just gotta keep it original, man. You gotta find something that sets you apart from the rest, pretty much.
How'd you get the name SoloTx, though?
Been thugging all my life by myself. Shit, since a youngin', been doing it by myself, and it kind of just came natural. That's what everybody started calling me.
Now, ESmith, you from that Murderworth, you know, that funky town.
Yeah.
Tell us, growing up in that part of the city, man, how did that influence your music and how you coming?
I mean, you know, I grew up in Eastwood, you know what I'm saying? So, you know,
Hey, say no more.
that influences the fact that I love red. You know what I mean? But as far as the music per se, you know, I can just say, because I'm a funky town representative. That's all I can say is I am from Eastwood. I am from Fort Worth, no doubt about it. You know what I'm saying? And that's pretty much it. You know.
Now, the Fort Worth scene right now is on fire. Got a lot of hot artists coming out that part of the city, but it's also surrounded by a lot of negativity. So, how do you think? What are the pros and cons of that situation coming out of Fort Worth right now?
For me, you know, the pros about it is, you know, finally we hear of, you know, people out of Fort Worth that are actually doing things, that's making it, that's doing their thing. But I think the con of it is it's hard for everybody else. You know what I mean? Because if you're not, a gangster, or if you don't, do all the negative stuff seems to get the most attention. So being that I'm not, into that type of attention, I think that's the biggest challenge. And that's, you know what I'm saying, pro and con.
Do you think a dog is worth $20,000? Any dog?
No.
Was that not the funniest shit you ever seen?
That was the stupidest shit I ever.
That was the funniest shit I ever seen in my life.
That was
Yeah, that shit was crazy.
That shit
How did the city of Fort Worth take that? I'm just curious.
Everybody's just been like, what kind of shit? Like, everybody just really been feeling like it was on some fuckery. You know what I mean? I don't know the whole situation, but I did see the video. And that was crazy. Like, I was just like, what in the world is going on? Like, with this dog, so.
Tell us about that visual you shot, Mind Right. You know what I'm saying? Tell us the concept behind that, and tell us how you came up with that song. You know what I'm saying?
Well, Mind Right is, you know, a lot of it's a good vibe song. You know what I'm saying? Like, everything with me is about vibes. It's about the, you know what I'm saying, the good vibes. So that's what Mind Right was about. It was like, you know, of course, you know, smoking the herb, you know what I'm saying, but not necessarily that. Just however you get your mind right. You know what I'm saying? And it was just a peaceful type of situation.
How important is a good vibe? I want to hear an answer from both of y'all. How important is it to have a good vibe just when whatever you're doing?
It's very important because that's what makes people want to be around you or not want to be around you. You know what I'm saying? What you think? Like,
you hit the nail on the head. That vibe is very important, man. If you're not vibing, you're not fucking with it at all. So, me personally, if it ain't no good vibe, I ain't with it. So that vibe is important.
I just feel like vibes is how we, you know, figure out where our energy should and should not be. It's real clear to you. You know, sometimes you walk in a place and you like, man, I don't want to be here. You know what I'm saying? Because you get that vibe. Or, you know what I'm saying, you go to somewhere and you like, man, I'm comfortable, I'm good, I'm chill. So I think that's the most important thing about having a good vibe.
Now, Solo, you got the visual of C Strugs, man. Tell us about that song and how you linked up with C Strugs, man. How did that happen?
That song, man, was just inspired by real life. I'm always trying to run that check up, no matter what I'm doing.
Hey, man.
At
And you
work-
showing that check, too.
At work, at home, I'm always trying to run it up. And
Yeah.
C Strugs from the hood.
Yeah.
You know, I fuck with a lot of his people. So when I hit him up about it, he came through for me, and I respect him for that. You know. Just a
Now,
good-
when you
good
get
dude.
on, now when you doing a song, let's say you're doing a feature with anybody, you know what I'm saying, like a C Strugs or whoever, and is it any extra pressure to go harder than a nigga because you know you are a female, or is it just like I'm just gonna do me?
It ain't no pressure because I really feel like they sleeping on females. I mean, I ain't
Man,
gonna lie.
they really are though.
I
They
ain't
really
gonna-
are.
But are they really now? Because it seems like, man, there's a lot of female rappers popping right now. You know what I'm saying?
They popping, but they ain't talking about shit. If you ask me, you know what I'm saying? But they sleeping on the ones that got something to say. I mean, a lot of females pop. I ain't putting nobody down. A lot of females popping because of what they got. You know what I'm saying? But when you coming in my situation and you know what I'm saying, like I am, and you spitting real balls, it's like, I don't know if it's, you know, I don't know what it is.
What about like a young M.A. who's actually blown up because of her lyricism?
Shit, I don't know. I can't even speak on her. I
Yeah.
just know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just know down here, the way I do it,
Yeah.
it's kind of slip on, you know.
Nah,
So-
I agree with you there. It's a lot of females that are very talented in the city, and you don't really see too much, you know what I'm saying,
Right.
or hear what you're supposed to hear from them, because a lot of them bang harder than these niggas.
Man, because I ain't scared to get on track with nobody.
Amen. Now, you had a little bag in the video on you. You had a little sack you was showing. So let's say we going to the mall, right? What's the first store you going to go to and what you going to cop?
I'm going to go to some kind of shoe store, and I'm going to pick up something ain't nobody got.
Amen. You really can't even get that. You can't do that shit. There ain't nothing you can't get to
Ex-
somebody.
For real, it's hard
Exactly,
nowadays.
It's hard.
Yeah.
It's real hard.
That's why I stay away from the J's, man. Cause
Yeah.
I kind of like my shoes like I like my women. I don't want nobody else to have them.
Amen, say.
That
I think
part.
we could both agree on that. So what y'all working on? Let's talk about the projects. You know what I'm saying?
I'm working on my first album, and it's called Back Again. And I'm currently like 90% done, you know. But that's dropping real soon. I have no specific date, but it's dropping real soon. It's coming real soon. Got a lot of club bangers, got a lot of grown folk music. You got a variety of everything. 15 to 50 can jam it, you know.
Yeah. So when you go get ready to make a project, you know what I'm saying, like this one, when you go to the studio, What type of atmosphere do you need to create the best?
I just need to be on my level. As long as I got a little oil in my system and I'm feeling good, I'm gonna create.
What color oil you fuck with?
Yeah, me?
Didn't mean that kind of oil, did you?
Oh,
Oh no.
That
No,
brown.
I'm in that.
Brown.
I'm in that liquor. I'm from the country. My bad.
yeah.
Now that liquor. I'm talking
You
about
got
that,
some?
talking about that liquor, man. That Hennessy.
Hey,
Anything brown. Anything.
Hey,
Anything.
I see you got a Cowboys hat on. What kind of oil do you think Ezekiel was on when he hit that bartender?
Man, I don't know.
What's up with our Cowboys, man? Niggas racing in the parking lot of strip clubs and.
Man, I just like the hat. I
You
don't
see
even know
that?
what
Terrence
they
Williams.
got.
Nigga foot racing niggas in the parking lot at strip clubs, bro.
Yeah, I just like the hat. I don't know what the hell they got going.
Oh, okay.
so E. Smith, what you working on right now?
Man, I have my first project that I came out with in 2016. That was my very first project, entitled 222, which is available on all music sites.
What's the meaning behind that name, 222?
222, that's my birthday, and that's like the beginning of me with this music, because that's my first time. Like, I used to just do cover music. I always did cover songs. So then I finally, I just wanted my own project. So I finally got my own project that I own all the rights to,
Right.
and everything like that. But coming up this summer, actually, I have a new project coming out. It's entitled Mellow Music, the album. And so it's going to be dope. A lot of good shit to vibe to, you know what I'm saying?
You know, when you said 222, I thought it might be your birthday, but the last time I assumed that with a nigga, he said, nah, nigga, that's my hood, nigga, that's where I'm from, nigga.
All the way down.
Niggas be
that's
so
my
serious about their
birthday.
hood.
Yeah.
So, when you make a project, when you get ready to create a project, you said it's important to own all your music, you know what I'm saying? Tell us why that's so important to be the owner of everything you doing and, all the things that you create.
Because you can do what you want with it. That's the main thing. Like I said, I used to make a lot of hot songs, but they were cover songs. I couldn't do anything with them. You know what I mean? It's just, I'm just writing all these lyrics and putting my creativity to other people's music, and I couldn't do anything. It kind of just put me I was froze, So just owning all your stuff, if somebody wants it in a movie, you can say, hey, you can have it, you can give that permission, and it's yours. You can do what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? I think that's the best part about it.
Now, here in the DFW, we're known as the city of hate because it's really hard for us to get along. We don't have much unity in the city. What do you think is some steps we could take to rectify that problem?
Who that question from?
I really don't know, because I really don't know, because it could be so simple. It could all be so simple. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just support one another. Like, whenever I go somewhere, if my team is with me, we support everybody. Like, whether we up or not, we give everybody the same respect. So usually when people leave, they like, y'all was supporting me. Thank y'all, because that's just how we do. I want the same thing in return, you know what I'm saying? So it's real simple. You just have to make the decision to be unified with the next person rather than, you know what I'm saying, being in competition.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, stop
Bad
being so scared. Motherfucker's scary. I don't want to support her because she might be better than me and might take out before me. Stop being so scary. E. Smith go hard. You know what I'm saying? But she got my back 100, and I got her back 100.
Straight up.
I don't know her, she from Fort Worth, I'm from Ennis, but I got her back 100 because I know she go hard, you know what I'm saying? And I always feel like, well, damn, if my nigga blow, she might come back and, get me, and if not, I'm going to keep pushing, and I'm going to come get her, people scared in Dallas, I think.
Yeah.
What do you think about the state of female hip-hop in Dallas in general? Or in Dallas-Fort Worth, rather?
What you mean? What I think about it?
Like, are you feeling the scene? Are you know what I'm saying? Like, how are you producers? Just the scene in general. You know what I mean? Like,
I'm feeling some of the artists, but I really don't know, to be honest with you, because everybody's so segregated. I don't know how to feel. I don't.
And I mean, as far as what I think about it, I mean, I think it needs it needs something. You know what I'm saying? Like right now in Fort Worth, I mean, it's a couple of females that I know of that's like, cool or whatever, but it's still a male dominated situation.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Y'all on that Jay-Z?
Man, I have not heard it yet. Ain't that crazy? I can't believe it.
Nah,
But I
man,
haven't heard it yet.
I know Jay-Z.
You like me? I'm a nigga. I'm a South nigga. I don't want
To
to
the
hear none of
heart,
that
I'm
shit.
telling you,
I don't even
bro.
want to hear that shit.
I get it, but I shit. You know what I'm saying? I get it, but shit.
Rich nigga, poor nigga,
Shit.
uninformed nigga.
Yeah.
So what you jamming in your car right now?
Shit. Solo Texas.
Hey,
Yo, you lied to
let me find out, man. You real self-oriented.
Not at all. Cause I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, man, if my music is influenced by H-Town, I'm down here, but I love them H-Town niggas, man. They got that ride, that music I like. You know what I'm saying? So.
Yeah.
Yes, I love that, man. I like that UGK, that Roe. You know what I'm saying? I have to back up out Roe sometime, though.
Yeah, he
They
had
had me
you in
down
the
in my spirit, man.
Yeah, like,
How you
give
about
me
to
the gun.
quit your job and every damn thing, man. But
Now, you was at South by Southwest this year.
yeah.
Tell us about that experience, because it was a lot to see, it was a lot to do, it was a lot of people to meet. What was
Yeah.
up with that? How was that?
That was my first time, and I mean, as far as running into some of the celebrities, it's pretty much get your pitch and go on about your business. And then as far as networking with the other artists, I felt like it was just pointless, if you ask me.
So was it overrated
I agree.
in your opinion?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I always,
agree.
I
That's
haven't
just
been
in my opinion.
No,
though,
but that's
I agree.
that's kind of how
mean,
it
Yeah.
looked from afar. Like if you're not already plugged all the
yeah,
way
if you're
in.
not
It's
already
over-
on,
yeah.
then it's just like you just really down there in the mix of all the
Yeah,
people. You
yeah,
just
that's
another
it.
number.
About how many CDs do you think was on the ground?
Ooh.
When I saw some people that was
Man.
standing in front of me drop a load. I mean, they threw them down on purpose. They just dropped them. I was like, man.
It was crazy. I was stepping on CDs the whole time, like, damn.
So
That was
do you
crazy.
think that promotional tools are worth even getting anymore, since people just kind of be like, if they ain't pay for it, then fuck it?
I mean, in a situation like that, it's like either you make the decision, like I want to do this, I want to get it out because I feel like it'll get my face out there or whatever. But I mean, people gonna just throw it on the ground. I mean, that's just what they gonna do. You might have those couple of people, like for instance, when I had a load of CDs and I listened to all of them. Even though I might not have got through all of them because I might not have liked it or I might have, but if I didn't, I just tossed it. If I did, I kept it. So,
So let's just play. I'm gonna play the devil advocate. Let's say you pass a nigga CD. You walk a couple of inches and you hear your shit hit the ground. What's the protocol?
Ooh.
Cause me, I'm like, say fam, you didn't even have to take my shit.
That's the protocol. Right there, that's it. You said
I be like, yo,
that's it.
why take my CD,
That's
bro?
it.
Like, give it back to me.
I
'Cause
instantly be turning around on their ass like, say, man, that costs money. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? If you didn't want that, all you had, I'm not going to get hurt by it. Just tell me you didn't want it because I can give it to somebody who do. That's the
Amen.
protocol.
And my project came out in February of 2016 when I went to South by Southwest that next month. I had to, got all my CDs pressed up. I had the nice cardboard. It costs
good.
money.
Yeah.
I was like, man, I'm not doing this. Next time, I'm gonna just burn some at the
Right,
house and put it in
right.
Oh,
a, put it
shit.
in the
Right
on
sleeve.
them hoes.
Put it
Really,
in the
really,
sleeve.
get them niggas a flyer here,
Yeah.
bitch.
Card.
Put it in the-
Put it on their
I
car.
burned something I got on, put it on the CD, put it in the sleeve, and just let you have that. You could throw that around if you want to, but
So, social media is real big now as far as the music is concerned, but people still like to get out there in the streets and be hand to hand with it. Which one do y'all prefer? Which one do y'all think is a more
Man,
positive method?
Solo gets out there
Oh
and get
man,
it.
I love that footwork. Like I told you, man, I'm so old school, man. I get the social media thing, I get it. But at the end of the day, that footwork gonna come back around, and it's gonna whoever blow with that, it's gonna be like we was pioneers. You know what I'm saying? Starting it all over again. I love that footwork because I like to interact with people, and I like to make sure they hearing what I'm saying
Man, what's your
and what I'm
pitch?
talking about.
Like, what's your approach when you trying to get somebody to listen to your music?
I just be on some real shit. Like, what's up? What you listening to in your car? They tell me what they listening to, and I be like, say, man, I got this CD, pop it in, listen to it, and something like that. That's how I come at it.
Man, I feel like Solo got a revolver, bro. I feel like she got like a dirty Harry for these niggas, bro. Bro, you just so old school with it, bro. You got like an old soul, bro. I feel like you got a revolver or something.
I want one. We were just talking about one. We were just talking about one. For real, man.
So what's the craziest shit y'all done got in your DM?
Crazy shit, boy.
Y'all done got in your DM.
Oh.
We already know you're not gonna talk about it. We already know.
You ain't gonna speak on it, man.
You know, it's not.
Yeah, it do sometimes.
I mean, I won't lie. Like, you know, when you go and you perform and you do stuff, and it's certain people, you know what I'm saying? It's women. I'm not gonna lie. They be really choosing, man. They find you on Facebook. They inbox you. They
Everything.
wave at you and poke
You
you
ever
and
saw
all
them
that shit.
Yeah, they do.
For real.
How you serenaded a bitch yet, though?
Uh-oh.
Nah, I haven't.
Okay.
I haven't. You know what I'm
say that
saying?
for the-
But
Nah,
you know,
Don't let me be
I
able to
serenade them on stage. You know what I'm
Amen.
saying?
Man, that's not the craziest thing I done had, though. I had a chick DM me. She was like, I got bars, I got gas. I'm talking about put a whole little spread. I was like, this bitch got $1 million worth of drugs in my DM, man. What is going on,
Hey, let me
man?
erase this, because you the fed.
Right.
That's just, yeah, man, I stayed away from that.
So, speaking on y'all careers, where do y'all see yourself in the next 5 years as far as the brand you're trying to build and the music you're trying to make?
I feel like I'm gonna be done created that lane. I think I'm gonna be done got it back to real music and focused them in on SoloTx. I think SoloTx gonna be gonna be popping in the South in the next 5 years.
Man, in 5 years, I just see myself doing what I love, man. And, you know what I'm saying, getting paid for that, not having to try to fit my passion in after work. And, you know what I'm saying, all that kind of stuff. I'm ready to just full throttle just do what I love to do. And, you know what I'm saying, get paid for it and live it up and go all over the world. And just, you know what I'm saying, I want to tour in 5 years. I want to do a lot of stuff and just get my music everywhere. I want everybody to get the vibe show.
Right.
Have y'all ever thought about anything that y'all want to do that would still be within the realm of music that you want to put your hands in, like maybe producing or writing? I know you write. Or like maybe directing some videos.
I kind of wanted to be a artist manager. I like to, you know what I'm saying? People need help. Come on, let me show you
But
what
they
to
need
do.
it because these niggas don't have no direction.
Yeah, I like to kind of like nah, you're not doing that right. So that's something I would partake in, you know, as far as other than being an artist.
What was the most brutally honest comment you had to give an artist that you didn't like their music? Like, what's the best way to say that shit was trash?
Keep pushing, fam.
Just keep on pushing, fam. You gonna get it. It's gonna
That's all I can say. Keep pushing, fam.
You know, I'm the nice one, you know what I'm saying? Well, you know, that was nice.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just kind of be like, oh, okay, you know what I'm saying? I checked it out. Appreciate you for sending me that, you know what I'm saying, to check out. You know?
Trying to figure out how to approach some of this issue.
I can't just say, you know, it's trash, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, I don't want to crush anybody's dreams like that, but you know what I'm saying? I just say, you know, if maybe I don't prefer it, but you know what I'm saying? I try to keep it like that.
Yeah.
Keep the good vibes in the atmosphere, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
What about you? What are some things you would like to dabble in if it wasn't just directly like your music?
I would definitely like to write for people. I would like to be a ghostwriter. and I would like to produce. Definitely produce.
So I want y'all both to tell me, I want y'all to give me some of the pros and the cons of this music industry for people who don't know, who think it's all like, I'm going to get a bunch of stacks, nigga, and I'm going to fuck with hoes, and I'm going to get fly. Tell us some of the pros, some of the positive things y'all experienced, and some of the negative things.
Some of the pros with me is meeting some of the people. Like, you run across some very talented, genuinely good people. And you know, and when we finally do get where we going, then, you know, it's all good. But the cons are, in this game, when you first starting out, you gonna have to dish out way more money. See, people think you can just jump in and take off. Oh no, you gonna dish out a whole lot of money, man. If you ain't got the time or the finance to invest, then don't even start. Don't even get it started. That's just my pros and cons, though.
I mean, the pros is definitely, you know, hitting a stage is fun. You know, I mean, being an artist is fun because you get to, you know what I'm saying, present yourself and present what you created to other people. You get to see them receive you well. You get to see them show you all this love, you know, things like that is, you know, what I like about it. I like just being able to just have freedom to just create anything, you know what I'm saying? And if, you know, you do it with the, you know, with the notion that some people are gonna like it, some people aren't, you know what I mean? But it's just one of those things. It's like, for me, it's an outlet. I get to do me. I get to express myself. I get to do me. As far as the cons, again, it's just like, you know, you try to really focus on bringing good music, and it's only a certain, like a handful of people that really appreciate it. It's like, if you don't fall in the you know, the fad or the latest or the regular thing to do, you know, then people don't really, like, you know, you don't get as much attention as you should, I feel like.
Amen.
Sometimes you deserve a lot more than what you have.
Y'all got a shout out y'all want to kick?
Man, I want to shout out to the team, man. Everybody, 88, my producer, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to my homie Melly. You know, shout out to my support system, Deb, you know what I'm saying? My singers, you know what I'm saying? Just everybody in this boy. And shout out to the homie SoloTx, man. We doing our shit.
Yeah, for sure. Shout out E-Roster, Miss T, Alluremusicmgmt.
That part.
My whole family. I hate to say names and them motherfuckers try to shoot me
And
because
forget.
I done missed somebody. So shout out the whole team. Y'all know who y'all is. And shout out everybody trying to do their thing and trying to stay positive and just get to this money.
Just shout out to everybody that's been supporting me since day one, man.
Right.
I got people that just, whenever I make anything, I shoot it right over to them like, yo, what you think about this? Is this good? You know, they tell me if it's good. They've been listening to every track I've ever come out with, and I gotta thank them for that. So.
Yeah. Shout out to everybody in Dallas, everybody in H-Town that's supporting and been having me. So
all the radio stations that interviewed us, all the spots we perform at, all that, man. We appreciative of all that.
yeah.
And give us y'all social media in case anybody want to book y'all for any shows or any features, man.
Yo, if you want to book the Vibe Show, you can reach me on Facebook at Official ESmith Music, Instagram Official ESmith Music. That's the way you reach me. If you want to find me, also, you can always hit the hashtag Mellow Music. That's MELLOWMUZIQ, Mellow Music.
Yeah. If you want to reach SoloTx, you can hit me at Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat at SoloTx #1. SOLOTX #1. Facebook, SoloTx Jones or SoloTx Music. And or in these motherfucking streets, you know what I'm saying? I'm out here, man.
Yeah.
I'm out here.
Man, E. Smith, SoloTx, man, y'all real life street stars. We appreciate y'all for coming to fuck with us. I need some of that Henny for you walk out, man.
For sure.
And man, we salute everything y'all doing, man. We want y'all to come back and fuck with us whenever y'all get some new projects. Pop it, send it to us. We gonna blast it, man. Real life street stars, y'all. All that, yeah.
Shout out real street stars, nigga. Move. Hey.